All right, fellers, welcome back to Hotrodz Model Shop. Fellers, I ain't showed nothing this week. I ain't done no video because, to be honest with you, I hadn't done nothing this week. Uh, Last night, well, let me back up. Maybe it was Wednesday night, I guess it was. I did, because it was going to rain. Maybe it was Tuesday. Anyway, one day this past week, uh, went on and painted my chassis and my cage system, and that's what color I went with. That federal gray that I showed the cap to in one video. Anyway, I wanted to go on and get this thing painted before it started raining because I was wanting to do stuff. And like I say, man, I did that, and then I had to wait on all this to dry, and this paint takes forever to dry. So I pretty much didn't do nothing. Last night I got back on this thing and did some more brush painting on some stuff. Uh, let's see here. I got this going together back here. I don't know how well you can see it, but if I can do this without crashing stuff, I'm pretty good at crashing. It's not looking too awful bad. This little bar right here, I don't know what the hell it's called, but this little bar right here, I haven't glued him down yet. So he's just kind of running wild. That'd probably be one of the last things I glue. But let's see here. Pretty much got that all done. I'm down to doing the front end. That's where I'm down to, or that's my next move that I'm gonna make is putting the front end under it. I got all that ready to go in. Put a couple pieces on the interior. Got my pedal assembly in, fire bottle, blower motor. Uh, that's about all I've done up in here. Let's see here. Let me set him to the side. Now on the cage, like I say, hell y'all, I've had this glued together from the get-go. But it doesn't look too awful bad. And man, when I primed it, I had my tape on the bottom, and when I painted it, I forgot to put my tape on. So a little bit of scraping there, not bad. Hell, it won't be tough. But anyway, got him ready to go in. Let's see here. Man, my dash. Let me show. Oh, I've had a time with this dash. Let's see here. I think this is the second or third paint job I've done on it. The gauges, I have tried to do the little paint on a piece of plastic and kind of dab it on there, and I screwed up my dash every time. So, fellers, I don't know if it's going to get detailed. I really don't. Hell, who needs to see gauge? Who's got time to look at gauges running 190, 200 mile an hour? Got some where had to repaint. I got some black on my MSD boxes. That won't be hard to do. But anyway, that has been a little chore. And when I painted my chassis and cage, I forgot to paint this rear shelf, this rear deck. It ain't a deck, a rear shelf. Block it off back there, just in case. Keep any fuel from getting up there on Senior. Not that anybody's going to catch him to hit him in the ass, but if they do, they're going to see a sticker back there, a decal that says, "Kiss my ass." All right, fellas. Let's see. Here's another piece I forgot to paint when I painted the chassis is the transmission cross member. So he's going to be black. Like I say, man, that color right there takes forever to dry. So that black right there, it doesn't take long, so that's what it is. As a matter of fact, I shot that this morning. Let's see here. Got the upper control arms painted. Let's see, man. My lower A arms and steering linkage, stabilizer bars, whatever these is called. Keeps the A-arm, the lower A-arm from moving back and forth. Got that ready to go in, man. I about got everything getting down to assembly now. Another part that I forgot to prime and paint, right there. Imagine that. So he's gonna get some prime and some paint later on. I won't be able to glue the cage in yet, but hell, it ain't time because that gray takes a while to dry. Damn. All right, there is that fine looking steering wheel. Man, I love those wheels. That is a good looking steering wheel. I keep turning him over. All right, let's move on here. Let's see here. My alternator and brackets has been in the stripper for, I don't know, a week. I forgot that it was in there, so I got it out and got him painted up. Some silver. Cooling hose steering box that was painted before. Got the ends of my drive shaft. My U joints. Got them painted up. Let's see here. I still got to do my fuel tank. Fellers, I'm just kind of showing you where I'm at. I ain't really getting there yet. Man, my plug wires. I was gonna wire this engine, and I have attempted to make a distributor 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. And making the distributor is not hard at all. Get him the correct height. That way you don't run into your breather. But that part was no problem. But man, when I drill the 9 holes in the top of what would be my cap, I cannot get them like centered, or not centered, spaced far enough away all the way around to where it looks good. So I can't I can't find that one I dropped. So after a while, I got a whole damn '67 Mustang kit up there in the attic. It's the whole complete thing minus the body. I used the body on something else. But anyway, I'm gonna go up there and get bring it down, probably get the distributor out of it, and just put me a distributor in it. Uh, so yeah, I'm not gonna wire this thing, man. I don't do that very often anyway. What, two cars that them pre-made distributors were in? Let's see here, man. Here's what I was wanting to tell you. This body's been sitting here all week in white primer, and the more I look at it, the more I thought, well, that's what color I'm going to have to go with, because I should have looked. I was thinking that these number 56 on these decals, which before I do that, let me show you where these come from. Like nobody knows. STS decals. Cool service. Doesn't take long. Didn't take me long to get mine. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you something here in a minute. But anyway, I thought this 5 and 6 was just black. And I was wanting to paint the car red. And then I thought, man, the red with the black numbers, it might be like not really easy to see. So I decided I was going to paint it white, because I've been sitting here looking at it all week, white. And the more I looked at it, the more I thought, well, hell, man, I'll go with that. The 56 will stand out great. So that's what I was going to do. And then the other night, I hadn't done nothing all week, but I watched some videos. The other night, I was watching a video, and I hadn't seen these yet for some reason. But somebody showed these decals, and I thought, damn, man, I like those because of that right there, Thacker's Garage. I didn't have no sponsor, and I thought, man, that would be cool right there. And then after I got looking, after I got them in here, realized, damn, that the garage is white. I was going to paint the car white, so that ain't going to work. But let me back up here. On this 56, I didn't see it until, hell, last night. I was looking at the decals, and I held them up here. There's a white border all the way around through here. around the 5 and the 6, a white border, and I thought, man, I can go back to my original idea of painting it red. So that's where I'm headed. Back to red now because of that white border. So now that gives me the opportunity to use my sponsor decals. Now, my original idea was the Thacker's Garage, this right here, right back here, but there's not enough room. I can't do it back there. So I don't know, I might do it right up. I can't hold this up here. I might use this right in this area because my numbers, I ain't gonna have them directly in line with the window. I'm gonna have them scooted back. I don't know if that's legal or not, but that's the way this ride's gonna be. So I think that I'll be able to do that and use those there. I've seen a lot of like late model asphalt cars, and a lot of them are under numbers kind of like back in here, and then they have like a sponsor here, which of course they got the quarter panel to put a big old decal on, but I think that's gonna work for me. And again, it's gonna be red, so you can see the white garage. So that's cool, man. As soon as I seen these the other night, man, I hollered at the wife. It was probably 7:30, I think Wednesday night, 7:30. I hollered at her, and she come in here, and we ordered these from STS Decals. That was like I say, man. I think it was 7:30 Wednesday night, and the wife went and checked the mail this morning to get the mail, and she handed me this when she come in. So today's Saturday, 1, 2, 3 days, and they was here. 7:30 Wednesday night, and they was here Saturday morning before 1 o'clock. So anyway, fellers, just gonna show y'all where I'm at and kind of where I'm headed. I'm gonna fool with this thing the rest of the day here and try to get my chassis all together and setting on the wheels and tires. That's my goal for today anyway. So I think that's where I'm at. I forgot to paint my headers, so they're over here drying. I painted them this morning, flat white. That stuff doesn't take very long to dry, so that's that's good. And I remember to tape off the flange to the block, so maybe I won't have too much trouble with that part. But anyway, fellers, that's where I'm at. I just wanted to kind of throw this out there, and let's see here. There ain't really much else going that has happened this week. Let's see. One evening, I was fooling around, man. I said maybe in that last video, I ain't got no Hotrodz model shop sign up here. So I was sitting here watching videos, man, and I came up with that. Hell, it works, man. I didn't paint nothing on it or anything, but I just took a wheel with a slick on it, drilled out the center of the wheel, and hell, I made me a sign on the cheap. So anyway, fellers, that's what we got going on. Appreciate you checking me out here, and let's see, man. I don't know. I might do something later on this evening if I feel like I'm far enough ahead. If I get me a rolling chassis this evening, I might show her sitting there like that. And but anyway, fellers, I appreciate you sticking with me this long, and everybody have a good Saturday and a good safe Saturday. And uh, shoot, man, just enjoy the day. It's not raining here today. It's kind of cool out there, but hey, the sun is shining. So we're gonna go enjoy the rest of this day, and we'll catch y'all later, man. Appreciate you stopping in.